Oh, I'm finally back. How long have I been out? Well, at least I got a background now. Jesus! I went to VidCon 2019 and it was probably one of the greatest experiences of my life. I didn't vlog any of it because I'm an incompetent buffoon who refused to record with a crappy iPhone 6 Plus. So instead I'm doing this animated recap video with scattered pictures to help the story. Now keep in mind that I didn't have the creator pass and obviously not the all access pass. So my recap with the community pass won't be as eventful as your everyday popular YouTuber. Nevertheless, I still had an awesome time there and I want to bring y'all on the journey with me, as a certain little virus might be canceling VidCon 2020. Oh boy, wash your hands. So here we go. Day 1 at VidCon was a pretty mellow day, considering that it was the day to get your lanyard and wristband. However, this is when I actually got to meet my bud, Kevin from Skebbles.
How did I get here?
Kevin was one of my first online friends that I met, and I gotta say, I had a good time. After getting our stuff, we went to downtown Disney and just hung out and ate lunch. We walked back to the convention to meet up with one of our other friends, Gummy. When we actually got there and met her, she was a bit fumed that we went to downtown Disney without her.
Yeah, what the heck, dude?
Our bad. We talked, joked around, and eventually went inside the lobby of the convention center because we were tired of sitting outside in the LA heat. We sat in silence as we all looked at our phones and social media, all until... Guys, Cypherden is walking around VidCon. And thus our adventure to find Cypherden began! Yeah, we kinda just sat around in the same place for about an hour or two. We thought that Cypherden might come to us in the lobby, but we were dead wrong. I decided to leave the convention for the day. Right when I was heading out, Gummy ran out to say her one last goodbye before we saw each other tomorrow. While we were talking, I noticed something behind her. Is that Cypherden? Get Kevin. We ran into Cypherden last second at VidCon right before I left. Crazy, right? Not only that, but she was hanging with Chili Panda and Ryder from Foot of a Ferret. It was really cool that we got to meet them and we actually chatted a small bit with Ryder afterwards. And thus closes my first day of VidCon. Now day 2 was crazy. On my way in after security hassled me, I got to meet up with 2 other of my friends, Chip Chap and Amlik.
Oh my god,
guys,
it's Ninja!
It's Ninja! Oh my god!
Ninja from Battle Fortnite Royale!
Welp, there goes that design. Moving on, I wasn't actually able to stick around them for much longer as I had to leave them and go to my first meet and greet with Ethan from Crank Gameplays. Before actually meeting him, I had to wait in a line. Relatable, right? Now before you bash me for complaining about a measly line, let me just say that VidCon security is pretty good at what they do, which is not communication. These guys had some of the hardest time working out a line to let people into the meet and greet hall that it was just baffling seeing what they were doing. They would corral people into the queue, but then for some godly reason they would make another horde of a line next to the queue and treat that like a second line. So what they would basically do is let people who came in later into the meet and greet hall before the people who were there at like 9 o'clock in the morning. That's fair, I guess. With that out of the way, I did get to meet Ethan. He was extremely nice and we chatted for a small bit. The topic mainly being about my blue hair. It was really cool meeting him, but I was still a bit in my awkward shell, so our interaction was a bit short. Really hope to meet him again and have an actual conversation with him in the future. I reunited with Skebbles, Chip, and Amlik, and we ventured through the expo hall to find Gummy, who was with Alex and Kyler from Just Imagine Inc. While walking over to them, we ran into the Teen Animator Squad, aka Infamous Swoosh, Luke or something, Junkie Janker, Word, Toastadoodle, and the list goes on. They seemed to be in a bit of a rush, so I really only got a picture with Swoosh, but I was still happy to meet them. Once we met up with the boys from Imaginate and Gummy, we went to the Odd Ones Out booth, bought some merch, and saw Auntie Darkheart, who was in James's fursuit. Huh. Not the weirdest thing I've seen all day. We ventured out to the pop-up meet and greet area and stood there filming some memes while Kevin says,
Hey guys, I think that's Jesus over there in the robe.
Yup, we did it boys. We met the Jesus Christ from Fiverr. You know, this guy. It was truly a holy experience meeting him. Afterwards, we walked over to the CrowdMate booth to see a congregation of people around there. And everyone was there. And when I say everyone, I mean all the animators from the animation community. I have a feeling this is going to be a trend later on in the recap. 8-Bit Ultra, Ivan Animated, Laddie, Pivots, and that's not even scratching the top of the list of animators that were standing around here. Honestly, being able to meet all of them was one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Aw, really? Little old me?
Of course, Laddie. I've been wanting to meet you... Wait a minute. Adam?
Crabbage? Adam? Chip?
Okay, enough of this bit. After crawling out of the crowded crowdmade booth, we headed over the HyperX esports truck to see that Gingerpale had ended his live gaming there. Not only did we get to meet him, but we also got to meet Circle Tunes and even ran into Toast Noodle again. Chip, Amlook, and Imaginate then had a creator networking thing with their creator passes, and Gummy had a meet and greet, leaving me and Kevin to our own devices. While walking around the expo hall, Kevin got a text from Amlook.
Dude, Amlook just met Call Me Carson. He's here on the second floor.
And off we went on our quest to find the funny man named Carson. We went up to where he was last seen on the second floor and had no luck. We sulked down the escalator as we lost hope. Then, all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I saw a tall white male with glasses and knew immediately that it was Carson. We were hesitant to approach the man, but once we got the courage to meet him, he started booking it. Him and his buds were walking towards the back of the convention center for the food trucks, but Kevin and I were determined to meet him. So what did we do? Heh. What any sensible person would do, of course. We followed him and borderline stalked him until he was open and done eating. While doing this, I actually ran into someone who I actually knew somewhat well. Hiya, Canter Banter.
Sup, dude? So why are you stalking Carson?
Never mind that. We eventually got to meet Carson, and may I just say, he is so damn nice and tall. Like, you wouldn't expect that from his videos. I mean, look at this absolute unit. After that, we went back inside to walk around the expo hall some more and get some more free stuff. We actually ran into the kid who cosplayed as an apology video, and he was an absolute legend. While I was taking a picture with the kid, out of the corner of my eye, I saw a familiar face and heard a familiar voice. As I turned my head after taking the picture, I looked at the bearded man in a buttoned-up shirt holding a G Fuel and think, is that Skyda's Minecraft? We were literally looking at our childhood right in front of us. Whew, that's something that your creator pass doesn't get ya. Take that, Chip! Kevin and I eventually made our way back to the crowdmade booth to see who was there, and we actually got to meet Nate is Lame, Henry Zhang, and Luvi. Man, this booth is amazing!
I know, right? This booth is pretty dang good if I don't say so myself.
Yeah, Crowdmade did a really great job and made VidCon such a great experience. I just can't believe.
Hey Henry, congrats on the blah, blah,
Well,
words.
looks like Chip and Amlook are back. After we regrouped as a squad, we went up to basically crash the PBS trivia battle as we asked some not so serious questions such as, what was the first line of the SpongeBob movie? And what was the first line of the Killer Bean movie? Let's just say they weren't that happy when we asked that second one. When the expo halls closed, the gang of Chip Chap, Skebbles, Amlook, the Imaginate Bros, and I headed to In-N-Out for a group dinner. It was the first time for Skebbles and Amlook, so Chip and I had a field day in making them eat In-N-Out's luscious burgers. We chatted about our adventures throughout the day and discussed about YouTube stuff. It was really just a wholesome night where we just bonded and closed out the second day of VidCon. Man, what a life. Okay guys, so as I'm writing the script, I'm noticing that it's probably going to hit the 10-minute mark. So I think I'm going to have to cut this video short and make a part 2 of my VidCon experience later. Don't worry, I'll try to get it out soon. I hopefully won't take 10 months again. If you want to be notified when it comes out, why don't you just hit that subscribe button. If you are already subscribed, whack that bell and make sure you see it. Because YouTube is screwing up. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Next time on Crabbage.
Maz, we're coming for you!
Brody, look out!
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Oh boy, 10 months late to the VidCon hype. Yikes. I was actually gonna bail on this video because I felt kind of demotivated to work on it, but this year's VidCon got cancelled, so you know, I thought it'd be a good idea to bring it back. I also had a bunch of voice lines recorded from other people, and I had this like feeling that I kind of needed to use them in a way, so I did have to, you know, go through the VidCon video, or else I would have felt bad. With that being said, thank you to everyone who voiced in this video. It was an effort to get a lot of people to be a part of this video, to basically record like a line or two, and I feel bad for not utilizing them, but thank you again so much for actually being a part of this video. Also, thank you to Chip Chap for drawing a background for this video. I was a bit short on time on working on backgrounds, and I'm also not the best background artist, so Chip Chap actually helped me out, so shout out to him. Thank you, dude. The next part of my VidCon recap is going to be formatted a bit different. I'm actually currently working on another script for it. I had one script planned, but I'm going to rehash that into a different version. So it's not like this one. I'm not going to have a bunch of people voicing it, but it's going to be in a different format that I think I'm going to like, and I think you guys are going to like. With that being said, it's not going to be out for a while, so in the meantime, go check out the reanimate that me and 24 other animators worked on. It was posted about like last week, and yeah, it was a big passion project of mine, and you guys should definitely check that video out. Follow me on my social medias, on my Instagram and on my Twitter. I also have a Newgrounds, and I also have a Discord server. You guys should join that. That's pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for the fan art. I love seeing your guys' work. If you guys want to send fan art to me, send it to me on Twitter or on Instagram. Either that or just ping me on Twitter. That works. You guys could also send me fan art on my Discord server. I have a whole channel dedicated to it. And yeah, that's all I have for now. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.